Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here, and today I've got something a little different for you, an entertainment style video where I put Cascade to the test in a 3 vs 5 challenge. That's right, I'm only using 3 heroes against full 5 hero teams to see just how far Cascade's power and synergy can take us. In today's battles, I ran 2 different setups, each with only 3 heroes facing full 5 hero enemy teams. The first trio was Krista, Nebula, and Cascade. The second swapped Nebula out for Orion, leaving Krista, Cascade, and Orion as the core. Now, let's be very clear up front, these weren't flawless victories. I took plenty of losses in the arena today, and that's expected when you're going in 2 heroes short. The real purpose here isn't to claim these teams will give you a 100% win rate. Instead, it's about showcasing the synergy between these 3 hero cores and demonstrating just how strong a lineup can become when the right pieces click together. Think of it as a laboratory test. I'm stripping the team down to the essentials, so you can clearly see what each trio brings to the table without other heroes muddying the picture. Would I recommend using these exact 3 hero teams in high-stakes battles like Guild Wars or Clash of Worlds? Absolutely not. Those modes demand more complete lineups, and going in handicapped will almost always backfire. But for arena battles, especially when you've got some extra attacks lying around or you don't mind spending a few emeralds for additional attempts, this kind of testing can be both fun and eye-opening. It's a chance to experiment, push boundaries, and really feel how the synergies between Krista, Nebula, Cascade, and Orion shape the tempo of a fight. This trio works because of Nebula's position. She sits between Krista and Cascade, and her equilibrium funnels magic attack into both of them at the same time. That placement doubles the value of her buff. Instead of empowering just one hero, she's supercharging 2 of the most aggressive mages in the game. Krista is the first big winner. With Nebula's boost, around 173k, Krista's magic attack skyrockets from about 140k to over 313k. That's a crazy number, because it means even her basic attacks are dealing over 140k damage. And since Krista constantly applies watermarks, those attacks aren't just raw damage, they're also laying down the foundation for healing her allies when the marks explode. Cascade gets the same feeding. Her tidal wave is already frequent and disruptive, but when Nebula's boost is behind it, every wave is hitting for over 150k across the enemy team. That's pressure no healer can casually absorb. On top of that, Cascade's refluence adds more watermarks, stacking right alongside Krista's, which keeps the cycle of healing and chip damage flowing non-stop. So in this trio, Nebula doesn't just support, she turns Krista and Cascade into a synchronized engine. Krista brings sustain and spike damage, Cascade brings tempo and constant pressure, and Nebula makes sure they both operate at lethal levels. Now, without Nebula in the lineup, the synergy changes. This trio isn't about stacking buffs, it's about breaking defenses and keeping tempo high. Krista and Cascade already have raw power between watermarks and waves, but against teams with strong magic defense, their numbers can fall flat. That's where Orion becomes the glue. His artifact and skills push out heavy magic penetration, which guarantees that Krista's marks and Cascade's waves cut through armor and land at full strength. Orion also naturally plays at the same speed as Cascade. His ultimates fire off rapidly, and his chain attacks layer perfectly with Cascade's pressure. When Krista's marks start detonating, Orion's volleys are already chaining through, multiplying the overall impact. Instead of a slow build-up, the trio creates a relentless tempo, Krista marking, Cascade flooding, Orion shredding defenses and adding his own damage. The difference here is sustain. Krista still provides healing through her marks, but without Nebula, the team doesn't get that massive magic attack boost. What they gain instead is reliability. Thanks to Orion, no amount of magic defense can blunt their strikes. This makes the trio excellent for short, decisive battles where speed matters more than sustain. So to wrap things up, Cascade isn't just another mage you can plug into any lineup, she's a hero that lives and dies by synergy. Pair her with Krista and Nebula and you get a high-pressure engine fueled by raw buffs and non-stop damage. Swap Nebula for Orion, and suddenly you've got a team that cuts straight through defenses with pure tempo and penetration. Different cores, different strengths, but both show just how powerful Cascade becomes when she's in the right company. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried Krista, Nebula, and Cascade together? Or maybe Krista, Cascade, and Orion? Did you find a combination I didn't cover here? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I read every one of them, and your ideas often spark the next video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest strategies and team guides. Remember, Hero Wars is all about momentum, creativity, and smart choices. Use what you've learned today, test it in your own battles, and keep pushing your teams to new heights. Salute and friendship.